Hello subscribers! So today's video is about getting set up at the piano. What I mean by that is, how close to the piano should you be sitting? How high? How low? What do you do if you are working with your kid or a child and you want to make sure that they're in a good position? So all those questions are going to be addressed in this video. The main consideration, I guess you could say, when you're trying to get set up at the keyboard is, am I sitting in a natural position? It's almost like if you've ever taken typing. I don't know if they even teach typing anymore in school, but they used to teach how to be, how to set up your body to type. It's kind of like that. You want to be sitting not too close, not too far away, not too high, not too low, so that your body has the maximum amount of movement with the least amount of restriction in your body. So in terms of how high or how low you're sitting, when you place your hands on the keys, you want your forearm to mostly make a parallel line with the floor. It doesn't have to be exact, can be a little bit of a slope maybe from the elbow down to the wrist. But what you do not want is you don't want to be sitting so low that either your hands have to come up to the keyboard or you'll notice your shoulders coming up, nor do you want to be sitting so high that your arm starts to look almost straight. So with children a lot, this is going to take a lot of adjusting to find the right height for the seat for the child. Relatedly, you want to be sure you're not sitting too close or too far away from the keyboard because you're going to get kind of similar effects. If you're sitting super far away from the keyboard, you're gonna get that sort of zombie arm effect. Whereas if you're sitting too close, you get what I call the T-Rex arms, because you then become kind of choked with your arms here, and then you actually don't have a lot of movement in your elbows. You want to be sitting somewhere in the middle. I like to have my elbows just a little bit in front of my belly, with my elbows feeling like they can, breathe. I can do elbow circles and, I can stretch my arms up and down the keyboard, and I can reach the whole keyboard without having to move my seat. That's kind of ideal. The last thing is for children. If you are working with a child, you want to be sure that you put books underneath their feet if they can't reach the floor properly. You don't want their feet to be dangling. It's just really important to feel kind of settled and connected to the ground. And if their feet are dangling, first of all, kids, they're just going to be kicking their feet around the whole time. But secondly, you want to get them used to what it's going to feel like when they're a little bit older and they can touch the ground, and we're going to add in pedaling and all of that. So just make sure if you're working with a child that you put some books under their feet so that their feet are eventually flat when they're seated in their position at the keyboard. Other than that, if you have all of those things accounted for, then you have a very nice setup to get going with your piano lessons.